Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Before starting, subscribe and like the videos, it really helps a lot. The content from this video are taken from the web novel and manga series of Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation. Now please enjoy the video. Ouch. After looking, Sylphy cut her finger. The red blood was creating a glob and dripping down on top of the chopping board. In the moment I embraced her, she cut her finger. Geez, Rudy, that's dangerous when I'm holding cutlery. Sylphy said it in an unusually criticizing tone. The cut on her finger was healed in no time at all. She seems to be using chantless healing magic almost subconsciously. I'm sorry. I won't cling to you when you're in the middle of cooking. Yeah, please endure it when I'm cooking. It will be done soon after all. I retreated from the kitchen and waited in the dining room. I was a bit nervous. I ended up getting her hurt. I was getting a bit too ahead of myself. I sat on the chair and waited. And then, since Sylphy came out from the kitchen, I lowered my head. I am very sorry for just now. I'm not that angry. If you're going to apologize, just do it normally. Yeah, sorry. Yes. It will fine as long as you're careful next time. We sat together on two chairs and started eating. The distance to Sylphy is close. It seems she isn't angry. Recently, I might have been loving her too much. I'm afraid of the recoil from the time when she gets tired of courtesy. So, what is it? It's unusual for Rudy to be that cheerful. Yeah, I received a letter from my father. From Paul-san. I handed Sylphy the letter while she was surprised. With a tense expression she started reading the letter and then looked a bit disappointed. It seems like the news that we got married still hasn't arrived yet. It seems she wanted to know my family's reaction to our marriage. However, after she continued reading it, her face turned serious. In the end she whispered, I see. That's great, isn't it, Rudy? Everyone's safe. Yeah, come to think of it, it was said pretty nonchalantly, but Sylphy already lost her parents. I might be lacking a bit of delicacy. After seeing my face, Sylphy made a bitter smile. Really, Rudy, don't make that face. Certainly my mother and father died, but now I have Rudy and Elinalise-san here as well, so I'm not lonely. While saying that, Sylphy grasped my hand and smiled with a, yeah. Recently, Sylphy has been getting even more adorable. Her very short hair has grown a bit and is just short now, it's making her seem even more girlish. Her white hair is silky and the long ears that extend out from the sides of her hair are cute. This kind of girl is my wife. This isn't a dream, right? Sylphy, I want to make a new family with this cute girl. Such a desire is naturally rising to the surface. All the more since we're doing it almost every night on the days we're together. Even though I say that, the one who will be troubled by childbirth is Sylphy. Her butt is small and cute, but it's far from the easy delivery type. Since there's healing magic in this world, I think there are few death incidents during childbirth. However, not dying and the difficulty of it are also different matters. No, the problem rather than that, is if we can manage to raise a child. Honestly, Sylphy and I are both still immature as people. Of course, in terms of age we're already considered adults in this world and we can earn money. However, as a single human parent, I wonder if we can manage it. It's alright, it's something all the living beings in the world are doing. Even I should be able to do it. Even if I can't, Sylphy is here as well. It'll be fine if we give it our best together. 2 years later, Paul and the others will return as well. Lilia has her own personal views on child raising after all, so there's nothing to worry about, I'm sure. The problem is the mother-in-law though. I had heard that Zenith and Sylphy got along well together, therefore, I want to think that nothing bad will happen. In Paul's case, well, if you just show him something like his grandchild, I'm sure he would be simple-mindedly happy about it. Oh, that's no good. Putting that aside for now. I'm sure you understand after reading the letter, but my 2 little sisters are coming. I'd like to let them live in this house, but is that all right? Of course it is. This house will become busy as well. While saying that, Sylphy laughed shyly. And there's no problem. Part 4. After we finished eating dinner we moved to the living room. It was time to study magic. As usual I can't use healing magic chantlessly. However, I've learned the incantations by heart in preparation and stored the theory as knowledge in case it's needed to survive later. Chantless isn't the only technique. There's no need be fixated on it. It's better if I don't try to think about getting skilled at it in a hurry. I think I'm the type who has talent in regards to this world, but I'm sure I can't reach the peak either way. Since that's the case, I need to make sure I fortify my foundations and be careful so I don't fall down. Funyunu. Currently, Sylphy is trying to extinguish the water ball I've made with her disturb magic. Her fingertips are facing my hand with her face bright red as she groans. I maintain the water ball I created with magic power in order to try and prevent it from being extinguished. It feels kind of like load training. If the water ball twists and bends then flies off, it's Sylphy's win. Then she acquires the privilege to do anything she likes with me on top of the bed. Even without that privilege, if she just says a word about it, then I will go with it. In reverse, as long as I can maintain it then it's my win. Then I acquire the privilege to love Sylphy to my heart's content on top of the bed. Though I possess it even without winning. Incidentally, I generally win. Currently, it seems Sylphy can use advanced level attack magic of everything except fire. Furthermore, her healing is advanced and detoxification is advanced. It's this sort of feeling: fire magic, intermediate. Water magic, advanced earth magic, advanced wind magic, advanced healing magic, advanced detoxification magic, advanced, they're exceedingly high spec. It's something I learned recently, but these 6 types are called the basic 6 types in the Magic University. Although they're called basic, they're the types of magic that are used the most frequently. In regards to the Magic University, in your first 2 or 3 years you're supposed to get these 6 types to elementary level as your goal. After you've achieved that, in the remaining few years you decide on your major type, and learn it up to advanced level. Or at least that seems to be the standard flow for it. Even if you devote yourself to a single one of them, without talent you'll reach a dead end at the intermediate level. For example, not having a high enough aggregate magic power or stumbling on melded magic. After taking any of the types to advanced level, there are almost no individuals who make it up to Saint class. Although, it seems there are outstanding talents like Sylphy and Cliff once every 10 years. Outstanding talents once every 10 years. That means every 10 years there's one guy like that. If they're a genius then I guess you could call them a genius, but it's a general category. They'll never reach the level of the monsters known as gods. I wonder about myself. After putting together the stories I heard from Badagadi and Kashirika, it seems my aggregate amount of magic power is in the realm of god class. However, that absolutely doesn't mean that I myself can be considered god class. In my case, it's almost like attaching a passenger plane's fuel tank onto an average car. No matter how long it runs it won't stop, but the speed won't increase. Along with the fuel tank, if you throw on the jet engine as well, this time the body of the car won't hold together. From a design standpoint it would be a piece of junk. Being able to run as much as it wants without stopping is a great advantage though. Come to think of it, Sylphy. What? You know I'm concentrating, it's about our child, but I wonder if they would have talent in magic. Sylphy's concentration power was disturbed. The unskilled disturb magic scattered and the water ball was created to its complete orb form. I froze that and then sunk it into the cup in front of me. That is something we won't know until it's born. Sylphy's face was bright red, she was restlessly squirming with her thighs together. In order for it to be born, that is, it's essential for the Dana-sama to give it his best, you know. While laughing and trying to cover that up Sylphy came over and rubbed my thighs. Sylphy's thin hand tickled. In exchange, I rubbed the back side of Sylphy's shoulders as well. These days this kind of contact somehow makes me happy. In an instant, the mood in the living room became pink-colored. Sylphy buried her face on the top of my shoulder as she embraced me. Cute. Dana-sama wants to give it his best right now. Let alone talking about when it's born, it's too soon to be talking about it when it's not even made yet, isn't it? An uncaptured tanuki or something or other. If I don't capture the tanuki first. Yeah. But, since my elf blood is strong, it might be hard to make it. That is, I know that Rudy wants a child, but it seems there are cases where it can take a considerable amount of time to make it. Grandam, Elinalise-san said it as well, but, that is, the probability that we won't be able to make it soon is higher, right? Sylphy separated her head from my shoulder and cast her eyes down with a somewhat worried face. Several months since we were married. Sylphy's and my sexual relationship has been proceeding favorably. It's just a bit of naked talk, but in the instant I'm about to pull the trigger on my magnum, I use lines often said in ero games. Not with any particularly deep meaning, simply because I just wanted to try saying the lines, and while I'm aware that they are considerably disgusting, and somehow or other the interest takes a hold and I suddenly end up blurting them out. Sylphy might be interpreting those seriously. It seems she's still not to the point of worrying about infertility, but she might be holding worries about it in her own way. That is if I'm unable to have a child, it's fine if you accept a mistress, okay? For the time being, there's no expectation for that at all. But Rudy, you want a child, right? I'll try thinking about it with the positions reversed. If it were to come to light that I was infertile and Sylphy felt by all means that she wanted a child. Sylphy was led away by a different man and made a child. I might commit suicide. I can't afford to let Sylphy feel those sorts of things. You sure are foolish, Sylphy. What I want isn't a child, it's the crystallization of love with the partner that I love. Rudy, I love you, Sylphy. My princess. Even for me, those are some pretty toothy lines. The back of my neck is itchy. However, Sylphy, or more like, the people of this world are weak to these kinds of lines. The other day as well, as a joke I said, "Cheers to your eyes," and Sylphy's face went bright red. The effect is outstanding. If I'm too embarrassed to say it, then we can't move forward. I love you as well. Sylphy's eyes were clouded while she was clinging onto my arm. Her face was bright red, the area around her mouth was linked like she was extremely embarrassed. Perfect communication. Well then, now that we've gotten a rise, we should move up to the second floor. I picked up Sylphy and carried her princess-like. Sylphy put her hands around my neck. In those clouded eyes, I could see my reflected figure trying to appear as attractive as possible. My heart was pounding like an alarm bell. That she's given into the arousal as well, is the best of all. In these cases, the most important thing is that both sides' feelings are in it after all. Now then, tonight it seems that it's going to be a hot night. That's it, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want more and don't forget to like the videos.